Sup, dudes? Welcome back to the Friday podcast. This will probably go up on Saturday because I didn't think about naming it properly, and I thought, yeah, I can do it on a Friday, but that's not going to happen for a while. So, in this second episode, we have Caleb on finally.
Oh shit, what up?
So let's get right into it. First on the agenda is actually what do you just want to talk about first?
Talk about Marvel shit.
Okay, well that's first on the agenda. So, actually, Caleb, you're pretty big on this topic. Do you want to start it?
Well, what are we going to talk about? Movies, comics?
Oh,
wait,
well, movies
wait.
and the TV shows.
I was gonna say the Netflix just dropped every Marvel TV show for the new shows and upcoming seasons.
Well,
so
they didn't drop the show. They dropped teasers. If they dropped the show, Netflix would have lost a lot of money.
true.
So yeah.
Oh, you know what I fucking meant.
Yeah. Well, so with we'll talk about the Netflix one first. I was going to talk about it, Doctor Strange, but that comes out later in the year. Um,
Luke Cage comes out September, and that's the first of the new shows to come out yet.
yeah. I was kind of confused on why they didn't show like a Jessica Jones season 2. Like, has that not been given the green light or something?
Maybe not, because I'm just not sure, because they did announce Daredevil season 3 as well.
Because Jessica Jones season 2 would have been pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, but how would you go for a season 2 of Jessica Jones, though?
bring back Kilgrave, obviously.
But
Because apparently in the comics he has, like, not only has he got his mind controlling ability, but he can also regenerate.
yeah, but you don't want to see the same villain primarily 2 seasons in a row, because
Doctor Who did it for like a billion.
yeah, but Doctor Who's kind of different. They had different enemies throughout each episode,
Yeah.
but Daredevil season 2 that brought in the Hand properly, and Elektra and the
Foot
Punisher.
Clan.
And now for season 3, Elektra is going to come back with her powers, and the Hand are going to have a big involvement with it, even more than what they did season 2.
Yeah. I thought the Hand were pretty cool in that, but I don't know what I want to see in Daredevil season 3. Probably more Punisher, but isn't he getting his own show?
Yeah, they showed the only thing they showed for the Punisher was just the logo,
Yeah.
which was the skull, surprisingly enough. But to be fair, I think it's good they haven't shown anything with the Punisher yet, because of everything else they just announced. So it's good to keep that on the back while you have everything else.
Yeah.
Because obviously they dropped everything else in the Iron Fist trailer. We finally saw something for Iron Fist, and it looks pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah. Well,
But oh well.
back onto Luke Cage. That teaser.
Yeah, looks fucking nice.
I wish they had shown a bit more, but realistically, they didn't really need to show any more. Like,
What would you show though?
possibly a villain for this first season.
True.
I mean, he kind of just rips a door off a car and slams down a couple of guys.
Makes him look like the villain.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Luke Cage. It's more of a character exploration series than a good guy versus bad guy story.
That's true.
I was being sarcastic. That's just what the trailer makes it look like. But
Apparently it's going to be very musically influenced. Like each episode is going to be titled after like a song from the Wu-Tang Clan or some shit like that.
Wu-Tang Clang.
Yeah.
Clang.
Hashtag Wu-Tang Clan.
Clang.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what I fucking said. Fuck off. I corrected myself.
Oh, that reminds me. Like on Facebook, I saw someone, like, it was a hell redneck looking dude. He was saying that the trailer was kick-ass, but like the song they chose was it didn't have enough balls, and that they should have gone with like a hard rock song. And then there were just hundreds of comments of roasting him. Is like, would a black guy from Harlem be listening to heavy rock or hip hop?
Okay.
And I was, yeah.
I see where the guy was coming from, but yeah.
Yeah.
with the whole fucking hip
Like,
hop shit.
it would have been it depends, because Luke Cage's character, given his background, it heavy rock wouldn't have suited. So,
Yeah, exactly.
um,
Like, is this gonna be before or after Jessica Jones though?
well, they haven't planned that. It's just like the Avengers movies. They've done like all of the character origins after the Avengers movies, and Civil War. Like they've introduced Spider-Man and Black Panther before even doing their origin stories. So I guess
Mm.
they're kind of just gonna play around with the timeline because they can, because they have to.
Yeah, but even then, I'm still just confused by like just watching it. They didn't show anyone else but Luke Cage and some of the new characters. So I'm a bit,
Mm.
I don't know. I just can't tell what's gonna happen with it. Iron Fist already see practically the whole scenario of him crashing on the plane and getting picked up by the monks.
Dude, I I I was amused by that. They just how it fades to black and then it fades back in and there's just two smiling Asian people over him. Hello there.
But
You're in the wrong place, Danny boy.
oh fuck. I was gonna make an Ed and Eddie joke, but I couldn't remember it. Hello, Ed boy.
Hello, Danny boy.
Uh,
But
Danny
yeah.
boy.
So I'm kind of hyped for those new shows. Mostly the Defenders because I want to see how the four characters are gonna interact.
Yeah, exactly. I already know from a comic book stance that Luke Cage and Danny, they're best friends.
Yeah.
So either at Defenders is going to be them already being best friends because of the Luke Cage show, or they meet in Defenders and then slowly build that relationship in that show.
Yeah.
And
Although
then obviously Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, they get married in the comics, so that will be put in.
yeah. Um. What else? Oh well, the Marvel movies. Um. Yeah. So Doctor Strange comes out in a few months, and
October or November?
yeah.
Which one?
Oh, which one? I don't know.
Yeah, because I've seen multiple dates and I'm confused because I hear um, sometimes October 27th and then sometimes um, early November. So I'm just a bit confused. Or is it going to be like Civil War where it drops in places like Australia early, but America and they have to wait like a week or two to get it,
That was
which is
cool.
kind of funny.
The
Feels good.
entire movie was filmed there. They didn't even get it on
Yeah,
time.
because fuck America.
Um. Yeah. So probably gonna. Actually, no. I don't know. I was thinking of something and I forgot what I was gonna say. But above all of the Marvel movies, even more so than the Infinity War, or whatever they're gonna call it now, because apparently it's gone through several name changes already.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's still titled Infinity War everywhere else, isn't it there?
No idea. I've just seen that.
Considering it's about their Infinity Gauntlet,
Yeah.
so and the Infinity Stones, etc., etc.
They should call it the Stone Wars.
But how does Spider-Man link into that?
Yeah.
Because I
Well.
know
Yeah. I don't know, but
because he connects to Iron Man, obviously, but his Homecoming movie um, doesn't sound as if it's going to link in at all because it brings in the Vulture. But I don't see how that's going to play a bigger role. I don't see how that movie plays a bigger role other than just
they'll
it being
probably
another
do what they
Spider-Man
did with
movie.
Crossbones in Civil War. Just have him in there for like 5 seconds. He gets introduced and beaten in the first 10 minutes. Then they move on to having, I think it was Ezekiel.
I don't think Ezekiel is going to be in it.
Well, I'll probably get roasted by comic book people if I get this
What?
wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the Homecoming storyline in the comics, Ezekiel, he's the one that scares the shit out of Peter because Peter's swinging around the city, and then Ezekiel just comes out of nowhere and is like, "Peter, I want to talk to you," or some shit like that. And it's like Ezekiel's
Oh.
this like self-made billionaire, and he just walks around in like a dark blue suit, no shoes on, like all the time. And I
Well,
can't remember.
I haven't read Homecoming, so
Well,
I don't know
yeah.
anything about it.
Well, I've got
Even though,
a
like,
part of the comic book. Like, you remember the old? It's you know how those not I don't want to call them newspaper companies, but they make these series and they target them at kids. It's like a magazine and then it comes up with like a book or something. Well, the Marvel
yeah.
Ultimate Graphic Novel Collection. I got one of the
Mm.
Spider-Man ones of them, and it was the Homecoming one, and Ezekiel was in there. So I don't know. I just
Okay.
expect him to be in the movie, but probably won't be.
Like, as I said, like, I haven't read Homecoming, and, like, funny enough, because Spider-Man is, like, all-time favorite, like, fucking
May.
hero. Yeah, he is Bay, but I know nothing of that comic book, so I'm either gonna read it before the movie comes out. But it could be like Civil War, how the movie was practically nothing like the comic, other than
Yeah.
that Iron Man and Cap are fighting.
Like
So,
the ideal like the conflict of interest that sparks the whole movie.
mm, yeah, exactly. But like, you can't do Civil War without the whole universe anyway, or Marvel universe, should I say?
Mm.
Because leading into Civil War was mutants, and that's what sparked it. And so the way they did Civil War, obviously there were no mutants at all because owned by Fox. But
Yeah. Well, the way I think about it is that you'll probably never get a comic book movie that's 100% accurate because
mm,
it would cost far too much to pay every single actor, especially for something as big as Civil War. Like, unless all the actors were happy to just get paid like a couple $1,000 and then Robert Downey Jr. takes $1 billion.
yeah, because Robert, he takes fucking shit tons from any Marvel movie.
I'm pretty sure he took $500 million from one of the recent movies. But
Really?
yeah,
Uh,
or maybe that was total, but I know he's taken like between $200,000 and $500,000. But yeah,
well, I'm trying to think of like a Marvel movie that's been like really close to being accurate. Like, and I can't really think of. I know Daredevil was pretty fucking close. And that gets a lot of shit, and I don't understand why, because the
wait,
Daredevil movie was fucking
accurate.
awesome.
So did Kingpin hire Bullseye to kill Daredevil?
Well, probably at one point. I know Bullseye is a big Daredevil villain.
Yeah.
The only thing really wrong I could see with the Daredevil movie was Kingpin being black, which I was completely fine with because he did an amazing job. And Elektra, because Elektra is just fucking atrocious in her movie and in Daredevil. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I thought being like comparing the movie and the recent show, um, I think Michael
The
Clark
show
Duncan.
shits all over the movie.
I think the actor, the black guy, I think his name was Michael Clark Duncan. I know he died a few
Yeah.
years ago, but
Yeah.
I think the best thing about his character was that not only the costume, how good that was, but
Mm.
he was just more menacing. But
Yeah.
with Vincent D'Onofrio, his Kingpin,
His portrayal was just
his portrayal was great, but
fucking.
it's and he wasn't bad. It's just different to the way Michael Clark Duncan did it. Like Vincent D'Onofrio went for more like terrifying rather than menacing, if that makes sense. Because like he tries to.
That's how Kingpin was.
Huh?
But like, it's like, but in the show we saw like each side of Kingpin. Like
Yeah, that was the cool part. Like you saw him get all emotional and shit, and then you just saw him
like
tear someone's head off in a car door.
yeah, I was gonna say that. You can see him all being like trying to be romantic with what was it, Vanessa?
Yeah.
But then on like literally a scene later, you will see him smash a fucking guy's head in
And
the
how
door.
scheming he is, especially in season 2, where he pretends to, I don't know if he pretends to be on Frank's side, but he pretends to make a truce with him, then tries to have an entire
Yeah.
prison cell kill him. It's like, oh, Kingpin is just brutal.
I'm just still waiting on that white and purple suit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Oh, maybe they'll bring that in season 3. It'd be really cool if they do. Like,
Well, how
they
is
have
he gonna
this,
get out of jail?
huh?
How is he gonna get out of jail? That's the thing.
Get out of jail free card.
He's got the money, so he could probably
No, he doesn't.
buy his way out. Doesn't he?
No, remember
Well,
in season 2,
he bought all the security guards though.
he
all the
bought
police and everything.
everyone.
Yeah,
And not
exactly.
only did he buy them, but he set up plans to take care of that, most of their parents and shit. Like if you
And
remember,
then,
the I can't remember. It's the guy who he keeps on going. You know those little rooms where they have like the glass, and then either side they got a little phone. Well, he's talking to his, I don't know, accountant or something, and the guy is saying, you know, your funds are nearly depleted. So he doesn't have enough money to break out of prison, but he's got the money to
true.
protect himself.
Because yeah, because he gave a lot of his money to Vanessa to like
Vanessa.
get her safe in a different country,
Yeah,
and then and then obviously bought the whole fucking prison.
yeah,
Well, not
which was just
bought,
a
but the
genius
people.
idea, but
Mm.
Um, I think we've covered most of what we needed to for the Marvel topic. Anything else you wanted to add? Or Gareth
Not
even.
really.
You haven't said anything in the entire 16 minutes.
He did you not see the message he sent?
No?
His fucking internet cut out, and he's fucking gone.
Oh. Is
Yeah.
he joining back?
No, he said his internet cut out because his mum used a home phone,
Oh.
and now Skype won't let him back in, but he's restarting his computer.
Oh, what a sausage. Alright.
Oh well.
Well
I
then
was, I was just gonna
yeah.
see about Doctor Strange and your thoughts on it.
Doctor
Like,
Strange?
if you're excited for it. Yeah, because all we did was really talk about release dates and then went on a
True.
tangent about other shit again.
Well, well, I don't. I've only gotten sort of serious about comics within the past year and a half. Well, nearly 2 years now, but
Mm.
so I don't know much about Doctor Strange. But from what I've seen in from comic books, they've they've made the costumes especially, very very good. Um,
Yeah, his costume looks fucking spot on.
the only thing that didn't make sense to me, and like this pissed off a lot of SJWs, and
Was this the white bitch
yeah, I
playing?
hate SJWs, because a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
the stuff they say is just, it's just obnoxious, and there's no reason for it. But when they started calling out the fact that I think it was the guy who teaches Stephen Strange, like the guy's meant to be Asian, but they're they're getting a white guy to play him, like a bald white guy, and it's like, usually it doesn't matter with who plays, which actor plays a character. For example,
Mm.
it didn't really matter with Kingpin because he's not. He's American. It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
whether he's white American or African American. But the guy who teaches Stephen Strange, he's meant to be Asian. So that was kind of like,
Yeah.
why did they do that? And yeah, there's so many better. Actually, I won't say that because I can't think of any actual Asian actors at the moment that I can think of who would play him.
Uh, Jackie Chan.
Wait, is he still around?
I don't know. I think he stopped, didn't he?
Stopped acting?
I don't know, but I'm pretty. Oh, there've been some fucking other Asian guys. Have you seen Fast and Furious?
No.
Oh, okay then. There's an Asian guy in that. He might have been able to, but all depends on the character. You can't just throw an Asian into the fucking scene and be like, "Hey, you play this guy just because you're Asian."
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's true. Like, really, they should have the character They should have the actor most qualified to play the part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then again, like, if if they did have lots of auditions with Asian people and the white guy was the better actor, then I guess I don't guess that is objectively completely fine. Um.
Well, it's like when Iron Man 1, who played fucking Rhodey, and then Iron Man 2, they got a completely new guy, and well, that fucking shit went down.
You know the reason for that, right?
Yeah, because the fucking original guy wanted more money, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, exactly. But I didn't like him. He didn't look like Rhodey at all to me.
I haven't actually
And
seen what Rhodey looks like from the comics.
he's more black, obviously.
Well, not
But
obvious
he's
if I don't know it, but yeah, I guess.
but who's the guy that plays him now? Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
Is that it? He's done an excellent job.
Yeah.
IMO.
And that's the thing. I reckon like Rhodey's personality when Don Cheadle plays him is just it suits better.
Yeah, exactly. Like they feel as if they're more best friends, like they are in comics and that.
Yeah.
Like I know you
Whereas in the
haven't
first
seen.
one, it's just like Rhodey just hates Tony Stark, but puts up with him because he keeps getting in between the military operations and shit.
Yeah, like I know you haven't seen the animated Iron Man show where
No.
they're teenagers, even though you really should because it's fucking amazing.
I'll try
It it
eventually.
really shows what kind of people are, how they were, because Tony was taken in by Rhodey's family
Yeah,
because
just changes his
his
entire
mom
backstory.
because his mom was, I think,
Killed by
Tony's
Bucky.
father's assistant or some shit. No, Tony's father's alive as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
Well,
it's all fucking
is he
weird.
just disappointed in Tony?
No, because what happened was the Mandarin
Oh,
took
I hate
the
evil
man.
fruit. Hey,
Wait, what?
I said
Oh,
I hate
fucking
evil fruit.
Jesus! Yeah, I heard. It took a little while. I'm disappointed in you.
You shouldn't be. Anyway, what were you saying?
Uh, Nothing really. It's just that the Mandarin took Tony's dad and like made him find all the Mandarin rings for him.
Hell yeah. Right, we're back after a 0-second jump cut.
Again,
Yep, again, third time. So I need to stop saying With
leg.
so we still didn't decide. Which did you want to talk about next? The No Man's Sky thing or the artist royalties thing?
We'll do No Man's Sky first.
All right. So
Even still, I barely know anything about this.
all right, I got this.
Apart
I know
from,
I know a little
I
bit.
got this, fams.
well, yeah, but like
So
I know the basics. Nothing crazy.
for anyone who doesn't know, which you either don't pay attention to video game news or you've been living under a rock, No Man's Sky it's basically a procedurally generated open world, well,
Game.
explorer thing where it's kind of cool because unlike
What kind of?
Huh?
What kind of game is it? Is it just like adventure, or is it like an action kind of adventure?
adventure. Yeah,
the way I would
Yeah?
describe it, it's not an MMO because it's
survival,
single player,
apparently.
but to describe it,
no, it has multiplayer.
it doesn't. It's got
No, it
leader.
has multiplayer.
It's got leaderboards, and it's like you can't play
I'm
with other
really
people.
looking at it right now.
Huh?
I'm
Oh,
looking
okay.
at it right now. It says multiplayer.
Yeah, no, but when you look into it, it's not multiplayer as in co-op, online. It's multiplayer as in when you explore a certain part of the galaxy, and you
You can find what other people found.
and if you find a new creature that hasn't been named by anyone else, you can name that, and then from then on, like if someone sees it, it appears as what you named it. So it's not
Is that-
multiplayer in the traditional sense, but it's like a shared kind of. It's funny because it's an infinitely generated universe, infinitely procedurally generated universe, and you're alone in it. Like
Well, I've got the thing here because I just went on the website.
Mhm.
No Man's Sky is a game about exploration and survival in an infinite procedurally generated galaxy. Still fucked it up. I don't give a shit. But
yeah,
pretty much survival and exploration in an infinite world where you find shit, you name shit, you do shit.
Just want to point out the designer's name's Gareth, so he must be a sick cunt.
well, yeah. So I'm kind of hyped about it, although I'm kind of scared at the same time because my computer is probably not even close to being powerful enough to play it. But from the
I got a feeling it could be like one of those things like it's massively hyped up and then it could be really like I wouldn't say really bad, but could be bad. Because
Pokemon Go.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
disagree because like it's been delayed multiple times now, and that's fine because
Exactly.
they've been polishing it off. But the game is finished now.
yeah, but like
And it's coming out in
it could be
August.
like when oh yeah, but it could be like when all the hype for Destiny or all the hype for Watch Dogs and all that shit.
Yeah,
Everyone was like massively hyped for these games,
Watch
and when they
flops.
did eventually come out, Both of them, I won't say they did poorly because they did fairly well, but people forgot about Watch Dogs within a month.
Yeah, well,
And Destiny, it
watch
took
flops.
and Destiny took like months in that to get any good DLC to come through, because that's what made the game better. Adding on DLC, because the initial release of the game was average or subpar
Yeah.
to a lot of the people's how they felt about it.
So it's a pretty, and on the topic of the game getting delayed several times, the developers actually got quite a few death threats, which is just, it shows how
Yeah.
retarded some people are. Like, if a developer delays the launch of a game to polish it, you don't give them death threats. Like, sure, it's
Yeah, exactly.
annoying, but Jesus Christ,
We could end up with another Sonic 06, because that's exactly what happened with that. Sonic 06 was meant to be released. They were initially going to release it for the 16th anniversary, but every single Sonic fan and all that was just like, no, release it for the 15th anniversary because it's Sonic, and then we need it for the 15th because the 15th is a nice rounded number, I fucking guess. And then so they released it a year early, and we saw the outcome of what that was and how fucking atrocious that was.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So,
I
yeah,
only play like 2 games. Woo.
back to No Man's Sky. The thing that is most interesting to me about it is that there's no loading screens. If you actually care about it, go and watch. I think it was a gameplay trailer, but it's just awesome, because what happens is that the player starts off on a. This is from the video, not the actual story of the game, but the player starts off on a little planet. He's walking around looking at these big old dinosaurs. He gets in a little spaceship and he flies up out of the atmosphere, and you can see the environment change from the atmosphere of the planet into the open space. And there's
Is it a bit like Minecraft, how it just generates
yeah,
like constantly?
yeah.
Okay.
Except with this,
Except
you can. I'm just thinking of how to phrase it. You can go between planets without a loading screen. So these massive planets are like randomly generated, like Minecraft.
okay.
Except it just looks awesome. Like, I don't know why, but I have such an interest in just being able to do that, being able to fly between planets, because it's just awesome. I mean, everyone loves going to space. Everyone loves space, right? Space.
Not as much as you though.
Space is
Or
awesome.
Tom.
Yeah, or Tom DeLonge. Yeah.
So, honestly, still think that fucking Interstellar movie was fucking trash.
No.
Yes,
I will defend that to the death. Interstellar was great.
It depends
Yeah.
on what you're into. Like, each person is into different shit.
Yeah, well,
but
I'm
to
into
me,
that
it was
movie.
just so. Yeah, exactly. It was so boring and dragged on too long for me.
I
But, you know.
I loved every second of it, except at the beginning, because it started off pretty slow. And
Nah,
the
I-
way they explained how he managed to go through the black hole and come out because the power of love, that was kind of retarded. But yeah, I watched a
the
movie.
movie was kind of retarded.
I watched a movie with Bay recently, called Contact, I think it was. I think it's a '90s movie, but it's about this girl. She studies. I think she's looking for extraterrestrial life, and Matthew McConaughey's in it, like a much younger Matthew McConaughey, and it's funny because he plays this Christian guy, and
Oh boy.
yeah, it's he's so against, like, what happens is the lady who discovers the aliens, she wants to go to the aliens, like the aliens, I think it is, they send the humans the blueprints to build a device that allows them to go through a wormhole to get to the aliens, called vegans, funny enough. And she's in this panel with like a bunch of government high up peoples, and they start asking her all these questions like, do you believe in God? And like, and it's Matthew McConaughey's character that asks her, and when she gives her answer, everyone's just like, nah, she can't be sent. And she's like, but why? And then one of the guys is like, well, 90% of the Earth's population believes in some form of supreme being or something like that, and they're like, so basically, you can't go, and it's just memey, and yeah, I don't know why I brought that up, but Matthew McConaughey, that's why.
I like Matthew McConaughey.
He's a good
Matthew
actor.
McConaughey. He's
I
got
really
some
don't like
pretty
him.
sick movies. I mean, I was thinking about it and then I forgot the name. The one where he plays the guy who gets AIDS.
Oh,
Dallas Buyers Club. That's it.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
What was it?
Dallas Buyers Club. He
I
plays
don't know.
he plays a rodeo who gets AIDS, and this is in the 80s where they've like it's just come out that heterosexuals can actually get AIDS as well as gay people. and you've seen NWA, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Nope.
remember how Eazy-E reacted in the movie? Well, in real life as well. Actually, probably.
Well, we don't know.
Huh?
I don't know how he acted in real life.
Well,
I don't believe a lot of that stuff that movie said.
in the movie, right? You know how he just flips his shit.
Yeah.
Well, but the same thing happens in the movie, and it's funny to see McConaughey's character react because he looks half stoned. He's like, "I ain't no faggot." But yeah, so Matthew McConaughey. Wow, that's kind of interesting how he went from a game about space to Matthew McConaughey. But
Okay, let's stop talking about Matthew McConaughey because I really don't like Matthew McConaughey.
how come?
Why? Just don't. I don't know. Something about him just annoys me.
The way he
Like
talks.
I don't know. He just annoys me. I don't know
The
why.
way he's always got curly hair.
No, it's, you know those things where there's certain celebrities who you just see, you just don't like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. I got nothing actually against him, I just don't like him.
Fair enough. So
Fair enough.
to sum up our points on No Man's Sky, we didn't actually say any good points. We just kind of
He looks pretty cool.
advertised it. But
Yeah.
that's
We're not
not what
sponsored.
happened. I'm just so hyped for it because like with PlanetSide 2, for example, that is an awesome. It's like an MMO FPS, and I've been playing it a lot with a few buds. But I'm kind of hoping eventually, and someone will probably make a mod for it because the modding community is just awesome. But they'll probably make like a maybe if it's just like a LAN only thing even, but like so you can play No Man's Sky with friends. That would just be awesome.
I like the look of the game, but knowing me, I won't get it just because I don't know why. It looks good. I'm not gonna diss the game. It looks really nice, but just me in general probably won't get it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my shitty ass laptop definitely will
Oh,
not
God.
be able to comprehend any of it.
I have a
well.
PS4, fuck y'all.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's being released on PS4 as well. Like,
It is.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
PS4 and
yeah,
Windows.
at first it was just PC, and then they were like PS4. I was like, whoa. So yeah,
Fuck Xbox.
yeah. Even though they're the ones who like make starting to make their games like cross platform compatible.
Yeah, I'm so keen for FIFA, like cross-platform.
So yeah, No Man's Sky, pretty good, 9 out of 10.
IGN.
IGN out of 10. So yeah,
What was it? 7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
the game gets a rating of 5.4 for me.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so enough about No Man's Sky. Next topic, Gareth. You know what it is, and you can start it because it was your idea.
All right. So I've been thinking about this a lot in the last like 2 weeks or so, or maybe a bit longer now, and it's the idea of pirating music. Like I pirated music in the past, and I don't really do it anymore, mostly because I use Spotify now, but I don't do it anymore. And I've been thinking I'm kind of really against the idea of taking money from the artists now, if that makes sense. Like I want them
To get money.
Yeah, like even if they're already making a shit ton,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. They still put work into what they made, so they deserve to be paid for it. Like it's like saying, oh, if I'm trying to think of someone who's really big. Beyonce released a new album next month, just because she's rich already.
I would
doesn't
not
mean
be
she doesn't-
surprised if that actually happened.
Yeah, neither I. She released one randomly in the next 2 days, but it just kind of sucked to know like you made something. Like,
Yeah.
you put a lot of work. Or to be honest, I don't know if Beyonce puts a lot of work into her music.
Probably
She makes
not.
shitty pop music, in my opinion.
No, not anymore.
Yeah. So I
Like,
don't know. I just think she deserves the money for her stuff, and so does all the people that worked on the album or on an album.
if they get any of the
That's
share
that's
from it,
hypothetical. They would.
Well,
Oh, actually, maybe not. I know a lot of ghostwriters only get paid for the ghostwriting and don't get paid for the rest. They don't
ghostwriter.
get yeah, like they in hip hop like shit. The ghostwriters they just get paid to write the song or whatever, and then they don't get paid for royalties for the actual song.
That sounds terrible.
well,
I don't know. It's all right.
the way I see the situation is, if an artist already makes if an artist is already like a multi-millionaire, for example, U2, where they've made so much money, they started making music for free because they wanted to. That's kind of cool, and I don't know why. Like, I get that. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say that because I still can't justify people not paying money to artists. Like Gareth said, I've also pirated in the past, but wherever the option has come up where I will pay, like I have paid for music, like I
Well, I'm the same because I still pirate music. I'm not gonna fucking deny that, but it's primarily to the fact I just don't have money to go out and buy it
yeah.
or some shit like that. Like once I get the money, I will most likely go out and buy that shit because it's music and obviously all the music I'm into. Like when Blink dropped California, I fucking downloaded that the day it came out and because it was obviously leaked before that, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait, and I waited for it and I downloaded it. But once I get the money, I will most likely go out and buy it whenever that time comes.
Well,
That's what I've done in the past a lot. I've down like with trying to think. Joey Badass. He released his album. What was it? 2014, I think. And I downloaded it, listened to it, blah blah, and then I went and bought it when I had the money because I was like, yeah, probably go buy that.
what Caleb brought up with Blink's new album, that's actually a really interesting point because the entire album is up for free on their YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't know because I use AdBlock because I'm a prick.
Same.
I'm pretty sure if you turn off AdBlock, ads actually come up on the page, and if I think I'm not quite sure how YouTube's ad thing works in that sense, but if you're getting ads on their videos, like for the song, technically you're listening to it for free, but you're also getting them paid because I think they get paid for the amount of views or something that the video gets. So it's nice to know that you can not even have to pay for a subscription like Spotify and still be helping artists. But yeah,
Well,
I wish Spotify had more of those like 99-cent offers. But because that was awesome.
There's some every few months, I think.
Yeah.
well,
Oh, actually,
few
no.
months, but,
I think maybe so, but like I think you can only get it once per account.
Really? Oh well.
Yeah, but that's fine because Spotify need to make money. But on top of that, like people say that pirating music is also bad, but I think it came out that Spotify was ripping off artists as well.
Were they?
I
not
remember the
paying
story
them what
about
they were
Taylor
owed?
Swift.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
Taylor
remember the
Swift
story
thing.
about Taylor Swift. Not yeah, she none of her music is on Spotify unless you pay for it now. Some shit, I think.
Bro. Fair enough.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Well, I know my fucking all-time favorite band, Billy Talent, are dropping an album next week, which I'm fucking hyped as fuck for. But again, I'm gonna download it the day it comes out, and then once I get money, I'll buy it. But when that day comes, we'll never know.
that's how I also work. I mean, if there's an album that I like, and I don't have money at the time, I will download it, and maybe not even download it, but just like the song that I like the most, and I'll
get that.
and I'll download that, and then when I can, I'll buy the actual album. And I'm starting to prefer.
You did that.
Huh?
You did that with 1975, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with Medicine or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. Well, I was like, well, it sounds nice, and I had like $2 in my iTunes in my account, and I was like, I like it. It's $1.20, because the Australian dollar is shit compared to the US one, so I bought it. Yeah. So Yeah, when I can buy music, I do. So it's not like I'm just pirating and just not uh, paying the artist, because
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. And I the music industry is really weird now. Like, artists make less and less as the years go on because of how
The music industry is.
no, well, not the industry, but file sharing. Um, file
A bit of
sharing,
both, really.
huh?
Bit of both, really.
Well, yeah, but file sharing itself can be both good and bad. But because people don't like paying at all for things, it's just
Well,
destroyed the chance for a lot of artists to actually make a living.
well,
But
that's how it was a lot back in the day and all that kind of shit. Like in the 90s, I know that's what my dad did with his mates. Like, someone would buy music. It's like, oh shit, you got to listen to this. But it's like, oh, I don't want to buy it, but I'll take a listen to it first. And then that's how shit got circulated back then and all that
well,
kind
yeah,
of
like
shit.
and that's why I think it's a good idea that people for like the whole Blink thing, they put the entire album up on YouTube and all that for free, and then you can decide whether you want to buy specific songs or uh, the entire album. And that's kind of like expanding on what iTunes does. Like, you can hear an entire album on iTunes, but you can only hear like small segments,
Snippets. Mm.
um, which is really a bad thing, because I've noticed it with a lot of Angels and Airwaves songs that I didn't like at some stage. I only listened to the beginnings of the song, but there were other parts throughout the song that were just like, wow. And so
What song?
uh, I can't think of it at the moment.
Fucking.
It's like whenever you're asked a question, like on the
And then
spot,
you
and then you
forget.
just forget everything you know about it. But yeah,
Yeah, okay, friend.
Heaven, for example, like the towards the end of the song, it picks up really nice. But I never heard that before until I listened on YouTube. But this was someone else that put up the song, so it's not like I was exactly giving Angels and Airwaves any money. But yeah, I listened to the whole thing and I was like, shit. So yeah, I think I think artists should do that, and a lot of people do. Like, they'll put they'll put their music up on SoundCloud. They'll drop the mixtape on SoundCloud so you can hear
Fucking hate
the
it.
full song. And then, if people like it, they buy it. If they don't, well, the artist just loses a bit of self-esteem. So yeah.
Anyway, so what's next?
Oh, this meme.
Next is the dead body in the HJ's toilets.
Oh,
Now Gareth can get away with talking about this because he doesn't work for that one. But, so, in case, well, you probably don't know because it's not really big outside of maybe the Perth region, maybe even Australia.
Yeah, it's
But
probably just Perth. I wouldn't say it's probably. I doubt many people know in the eastern states.
yeah, well, it's probably it is wrong to laugh about it, but there's something wrong about someone having a heroin overdose and not being found for 3 days. And the funny part is not the fact that someone has, a serious drug addiction that's resulted in their death. The funny part is, it's not making fun of it. It's laughing at how disgusting and morbid this situation is. Like, this person has gone into Hungry Jack's, shot up in a toilet cubicle and died and not been found for 3 days. And when you think about the fact that they haven't been found for 3 days, how disgusting does that sound? Because for the body not to have been found for 3 days, it means the toilets wouldn't have been cleaned in possibly more than 3 days.
Yeah, we're gonna get flagged by HJs.
No.
Oh, well, fuck HJs.
I don't care. That's
The
disgusting.
burgers may be better there.
No, the burgers aren't even better. I don't know about you guys, but around these parts, like my local Hungry Jack's, this shit's so dry. That's not hate speech. That's a criticism. But yeah, so the story is it's both sad and funny in a very demented way. Like,
So fucked up.
I'm just not going to Hungry Jack's anymore. I don't know. I haven't eaten fast food in like nearly 4 or 5 months now. I still eat like shit, but not fast food.
Yeah, I had fast food last night just because
Hell yeah.
I didn't have time to get anything.
Macca's?
Yeah,
Thought so. Do you get like discounts?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I need to work there.
shout out some fucking chicky nugs.
Oh, that reminds me.
Anyway.
Are they still doing like the 24 thing?
No, they ended that.
Ah,
No.
I'll end my life instead.
It ended on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
Nice.
That's heartbreak.
Anyway, so with the body, though, like, how the fuck did they not find it?
Because
Just
the
a clean
cleaners
shit.
wouldn't have gone in.
I mean, no, because it's the staff cleans it. The staff will clean it, but
Yeah, what's the point? That's what he was
Yeah.
getting at.
no, we're saying cleaners. I mean, you know what I mean. But
Well, yeah,
how-
we know
how
what
did
you
no
mean,
one
but
go
it's
into-
the same thing.
How did no one go into a bathroom for
Yeah,
3
exactly.
days? I mean, even just
Well,
customers.
because the one the guy went into was out of order. But still, you'd think that someone would have checked. Like, and even, oh man.
Oh,
like,
do you know?
like,
Was it in a cubicle?
Yeah.
Or was it in a stall?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably locked, and like they were like, "Oh, I can't go in there because someone's in there." And
Well,
they
it
hadn't
wasn't.
cleaned it, so they're
Well,
like, "Oh,
it was locked, but if an
Yeah, so
out of
it's probably-
service cubicle is locked, then it shouldn't be locked because there'd be no one in there.
maybe the dude took down the out of service."
But then the company should know that toilet was out of service.
Not necessarily. I doubt. Do you really reckon any of them really care?
No,
Like any of the-
and that's the gross
any of
thing
the crew?
because, it's just nasty.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't really have anything
To be
more
fair,
to add
it's
because I just thought it was a funny talking point because of how disgusting it is.
rest in peace to the dude though.
Yeah.
Well,
They have
it
great
it
craft
probably was
heaven.
pretty peaceful up until he realised he was dying.
But what do you realise though?
Well, maybe not. I don't know about heroin. I know it like trips you out, but I assume he would have just been like too blissed out to actually realise. Oh, hang on a sec, the blood stopped flowing. Okay, so we have like 8 minutes and 50 seconds left until we've hit an hour.
What bullshit thing do you want to talk about that last 8 minutes?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know. I like lasagna. Lasagna's pretty good. I had some last night, and there were leftovers, so I reheated it and had it for lunch.
Fucking nice.
What did you have for What did you eat recently?
I had mac and cheese.
Hell yeah.
I've eaten nothing
No.
today.
Oh.
I had a wheat bix and that was it.
You had a wheat bix.
Yeah, I had a
No,
singular.
no, you had a wheat bick.
Nah, I had a wheat bix.
Well, wheat bix is a.
Do you know what it's called? Do you know what it's called in England?
What?
It's called Weetabix.
Oh, what?
Right, wheat tear?
It's Weetabix in England. Like
Why?
terrible.
Like it's
I know,
it's an extra syllable. Like you don't need more syllables. It's breakfast.
Are they
Like,
wheat bix kids?
it's actually spelled Weetabix as well, so it makes sense why they say it. But it's just, I don't know if it's a different brand altogether, but because like my auntie calls it Weetabix, and I was like, what the fuck is Weetabix? It's Wheatbix.
It's wheat bix with a speech impediment. You want some Weetabix? Weetabix.
To be fair though, I think it was in England before Australia anyway. So
Or Australia
well,
perfected it, like many
that makes
things
sense
else.
though. Like Australians take, we take a lot of words and we shorten them. Like we take
any
a
word
lot
we
of the
can and
letters off
shorten
the
it.
end and put an O on the end. Like, oh, you want to go to the service station? No, servo.
We
By the
take
way.
a short word and already make it shorter.
Wait, what's an example? I can't think of like any short words.
Weetabix.
Yeah,
Bix.
Huh?
no, that
No,
isn't-
well,
Weetabix.
no, but that's 3 syllables. Like it's like Nutrigrain, although we still call
oh
that
no,
Nutrigrain.
no. Can I ask? Did you guys ever call that cricket bats when you were younger?
What?
I just got a bat.
No, Nutrigrain. Did you call it cricket
Oh,
bats?
No.
Oh no. That sounds
Man, was that
silly.
just my thing? No, I don't know why. I can't remember why. I think it must have been just my family thing. I think. I can't remember why. We used to call them cricket bats though when I was like 3 or 4.
They do kind of actually no.
No, they just look like
Uh,
bricks. I used to call them bricks.
Yeah, I was about to yeah, I was gonna say that. They look more like bricks if anything.
I don't know. I don't remember why we
And
called
they're
them
made
cricket
out of,
bats.
like, aren't they made out of wheaten grains and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't they just call them wheat bricks?
Maybe. I can't remember why. I'm trying to think why.
Because they got 3 holes like a
Maybe-
cricket wicket.
No, I'm thinking maybe it's just because it like. I don't know why. Actually, it's weird. Oh, I'll talk to my dad about that later and ask why we
Yeah.
called them cricket bats.
Just, I don't understand. Like,
Oh, actually, to be fair, it could be because my brother used to eat it in the morning. He also played cricket, and he'd always have it before he went to cricket. I think so. Maybe that's why. I think it's just a family thing. Then must have been.
yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I want to talk about one thing.
Oh yeah,
Caleb and I were talking about this the other day. Cat scratch.
Fuck yeah.
all right, go for
Do
it.
you know it? Do you know
Jacob.
it?
No, I don't know it.
What the
You-
fuck?
I had this
Again.
conversation with Gareth yesterday. He's like, "Oh, did you watch Cat Scratch?" And I'm like, no, he starts making SpongeBob meme messages to me, and I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, you know the slash hanging basher, like, you know, and all that."
Slasher.
And he's like, "Oh, thank God you get it." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Did you watch Cat Scratch?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Cat Scratch?" And I was like, "No, what is that?"
Only like one of the best shows on Nickelodeon.
It's like the best show on Nickelodeon
it?
ever.
Oh no,
Like-
my mic just this mic just like lowered itself.
You fucking
Like,
Hang on,
shit.
wait. Ugh.
Give me my microphone back.
I would, but I do a lot of recording, and it's a great mic. Oh yeah. Although actually, well, you know, when we set up the studio in future, we're gonna have to buy a lot
Yes.
more mic stands.
Yeah,
Obviously.
that's not even my mic stand. That's Leighton's one. I need to get my one back.
Yeah. Wait, is yours better?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then,
I think anyway.
Yeah, no, Cat
Anyway.
Scratch.
Fucking sick.
Cat Scratch.
Best Nickelodeon show ever.
Wait, yeah, well, a lot of people do get sick when a cat scratches them. Isn't it called like cat scratch fever?
So, guys, next week Jacob won't be joining us.
Wrecked.
Pretty much.
Well, in that case, next week there won't be one because I'm the one who uploads them.
I have details to the account as well, so I can upload it
I
fine.
was about to say, to
Yeah,
be fair,
but I've got
last week
two-step
we didn't have one either.
verification enabled on the account, and it's set to my phone. Take it.
What? I hate you. Okay.
I clipped out my mic
just
then.
End the podcast. End the podcast.
Oh, we
Nah.
need 3 more minutes.
Yeah, like 50,
Really?
okay, 57.1, 57.2. Yeah, most people would have clicked off by then. Actually, if you're still listening to this, like if you're
You're a real
listening
nigga.
to this in the background, not only are you the real MVP, but leave a comment. I'm not going to put this on SoundCloud because it takes too long to upload, and there's no point. No one listens to it there. So yeah, leave a comment. Say just comment. I don't know. Just say,
Comment some fucking dank memes.
yeah.
If you're still listening to this right now, you have no fucking life. I'm sorry. I love you guys though. You're right.
Yeah, all 12 of
love
you.
Who? Yeah, it's like, who the fuck watches this shit? If you watch this shit, you're fucking trash.
Well,
Caleb,
12.
Caleb listens to this while rewatching
Yeah,
it.
currently, like, it'll be interesting to look back on this if we actually keep it up. I want to, but yeah, like, looking back on this, it'll probably be really funny to see that we're talking to an audience of 12. But, you know,
Fucking great.
to the 12 people that
Jacob.
have subscribed to us already, thank you.
Jacob,
These are the reason,
you-
even if you don't listen to the whole thing, these are the reason why I actually kept doing this. So yeah, what were you going to say?
Jacob. What if it's an audience of 1? Audience of 1.
So yeah, Caleb won't be joining us next week.
No.
Anyway,
Caleb, you need to rise against the urge to make those shitty puns.
But they're sick.
Yeah. So is the person with cat scratch
in other
fever.
news, guys, I won't be here next week
Why?
because I hate you both.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll host. Caleb will be the co-host, and yeah, Gareth won't be here. Yay.
And I'll make my own podcast and get millions of views.
Good luck.
Hashtag Jolly Jolteon.
What's up, guys? It's, shooting star here.
Raptor. Who's
Oh.
Raptor?
Oh.
Shooting
Anyway,
rap god.
have we reached time yet?
No, we've got
Oh.
47 seconds.
Oh, fucking hell.
Share your dankest meme.
What do you mean?
It's fucking.
This-
I don't know.
This has been a train wreck.
Well, no. The last like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, yeah, actually, tell you what. If you've already left a comment from when we previously said leave a comment, leave one at the... Actually, don't even bother. Like, just click off this video now. It's... There's no point in listening to this last, 15 seconds now.
These last 15 seconds are gonna be some dank fucking memes. Are you ready?
Apparently my CPU usage is at 3.7%. 3.5. Alright, 3, 2,
I'm just a devil man,
1.
you're claiming you're the hecticist but can't get on my level, fam. No one's ever bested it, so you just need to settle in. I'm gonna switch it up, cause from the start I had a better plan. None of you can spit fire even if you had a magma. You keep on bombing shit though.